Hello everybody, welcome back to the Crochet Boot Camp. Today is day 2 and we will be going over half double crochets as well as double crochets. In the last episode, we made our single crochet panel and we're just going to be expanding on the skills that we learned from the last episode, so let's go ahead and get started. Alrighty, just like in the last episode, we are going to need a few supplies to be able to get started. So first, I got some yarn. We're going to be using the Lily Sugar and Cream again. I'm just going to be using this yarn throughout the series. So yeah, and then I want to do like a side-by-side of like all the sizes and everything once we are done. In addition to that, we're going to need our crochet hook again. I got my size 4mm again, just because that's my preferred size with this yarn weight. Third, we're going to need scissors again. We got this so that we can cut off our loose end at the end of our project today. And finally, we have a darning needle so that we can weave in our ends at the very end of each of our panels. So let's go ahead and get started with our half double crochet. Alrighty, to get started with our half double crochet, we're going to need to grab our yarn end again, and we're basically going to be doing the exact same thing that we did to start the single crochet, so this is going to be very familiar. First, we're going to start with our slip stitch or slip knot. I said that in the last episode too. I don't know what's with me and not knowing my words right now. We're going to go ahead and get our hook, place it in the loop, and pull it tight. And again, we're just going to be chaining. We're going to do 15 stitches again, so we're going to need to put in 15 of these chains. Alrighty, those are our 15 chains, and since we're doing a half double this time, we are not going to put in any extra stitches than what we did in the single crochet, so we're going to put in only one stitch for this one as well. Wonderful. So now we should have 16 chains, and what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and count 2 stitches away from the stitch on hook. So we got 1 and 2. We're going to go into that one, and we are going to yarn over first before. I know we're already starting with our yarn overs where we didn't with the single crochet, and then we're going to go into that stitch, and then we'll yarn over again, pull up 1 loop. So now we have 3 loops on our hook, whereas last time we only had 2. And what we're going to do is we're going to yarn over one more time, and then we are going to pull through all 3 of those loops. Wonderful. And we don't quite see the stitch yet, but we're going to here soon enough. But we're just going to continue that same pattern all the way down our chain. So yarn over, go into our next loop or stitch, or chain stitch, pull up a loop, 3 loops on the hook, and then pull that through all 3. And then we're just going to continue that motion all the way down the line. There is our last one, and we'll just complete it like all the other ones that we just did down the line. So these are our half double crochets. They look very, very nice with this yarn. So we're going to do the exact same thing that we did last time. We are going to go ahead and chain one, turn around, and it's very easy to see exactly where we're going to be going into with this stitch. We see these 2 bars right here. We're going to do that stitch for our half double crochet. So we'll yarn over, go into that hole, draw up the loop, and then pull through 3. And we are going to continue this exact pattern all the way down. Wonderful, and then for this last one, we'll come into here and place our last stitch. Oh, I placed it in the wrong spot, I apologize. Sometimes that last stitch is a little bit hard to find the exact right spot to do it. So there is 2 rows of the half double crochet, and we're just going to keep going. I'm going to go ahead and do 10 rows just like I did with the single crochet, and I will meet you back here soon. Wonderful, and just like that, that is 10 rows completed of the half double crochet. I really like this stitch. It builds up fast, and I just want to show you a little bit of a side-by-side of the single crochet that we did before to show the difference in how fast each of these built up. So as you can see, this is 10 rows high. This one was as well, but look, we got extra space that was covered because this stitch is a little bit taller than the other. So we're going to go ahead and finish off this one just like we did with the single crochet by cutting our loose end, or cutting off the remainder of our string. Then we're going to go ahead and grab our loop right here, pull that loose string through the loop, and then pull it tight, and it is ready to be weaved in. I'm not going to go ahead and worry about it this time just because we have a whole other stitch to cover in this episode, but we're going to do another side-by-side comparison with the next stitch that we're going to cover. So let's go ahead and get into the double crochet. Wonderful, and now getting started with the double crochet, we already know the drill on how to start our first row. We're going to go ahead and make our loop, pull up the loop through what we just created, and we have our slip knot, not our slip stitch, because that's a different thing that we're going to go over. We're going to go ahead and put our hook through the hole, pull it tight, and then we're going to do 15 just like the other 2 times. So let's go ahead and do it. And now, since the double crochet is going to be a taller stitch, what we're going to do, instead of chaining 1, this time we're going to chain 2. And we can just remember that double equals 2. 1, 2. And now this time, we're going to go ahead and yarn over, just like we did with the half double. And then we're going to count 3 away instead of the 2 that we did. So 1, 2, 3. Alrighty, and I'm going to go ahead and restart that real quick so we can see that again. So we got 1, 2, 3 right here. We're going to go ahead and go through, yarn over, pull through 1, yarn over, This time, instead of pulling through all 3 like we did with the half double, we're gonna go ahead and pull through 2. Now we have 2 left on the hook, and then we're gonna yarn over again and pull through the remaining 2 stitches. So we need to do more stitches on the side because this is a larger stitch. Because it's taller, we need to have those chains to compensate for the extra height of the stitch. And we're going to continue that exact same pattern all the way down the line. So, finding our next stitch right here, go through it with our hook, yarn over, pull through 1, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. Wonderful. That is our second double crochet, and we continue to our third. And our fourth. And as you can see, this stitch is already pulling up working up very quickly. So we're gonna go ahead and finish off this row. Let's do this. And the stitch does take a little bit more time to work up, but obviously it's a taller stitch, so that makes sense. Wonderful, and going into our last stitch right now. Beautiful. And this is what it's looking like so far. Already, it's looking a little bit taller than the other ones that we had seen, but yeah, that's the double crochet, and we're just going to do the same thing on the way back. So, as it's a double crochet, we chain twice, then we'll turn around and go into these obvious holes again, all the way down. Wonderful. Wonderful. And that is the end of our second row already. So we're going to go ahead and build up 10 rows just like we did with the other stitches, and I will meet you back after I finish with that. Alright, and I have just finished our double crochets. This is 10 rows of double crochets, and as you can see, it definitely built up a lot taller than the other stitches. So just for reference, first I got our half double crochet. Okay, it's going up a little bit, but then we have our single crochet and we have even more of an increase. So if we put our single crochet over our double crochet, it's almost just about half of the size, which makes sense because single, double, obviously. But yeah, that is the double crochet as well built up. So let's go ahead and just cut off the extra string, grab it, and then pull the string through here to secure that last stitch into place. And that is the double as well as the half double crochet stitches all done and worked up into little swatches. Wonderful, everybody. So that concludes the second episode of the Crochet Bootcamp. Today we learned 2 stitches. We learned the half double crochet, very pretty. I still like it a lot. I don't know if I like the way that it looks as much as the single crochet that we did in the last episode, but regardless, still a very pretty stitch, and it works up a little bit faster than the single crochet. Then we also learned the double crochet, a very, very, very popular stitch in the crochet community, and you are going to see that it is used so much in other stitches that come along in the future when you get a little bit more advanced. So yeah, we have a good foundation of stitches that we've learned in these 2 episodes, and in the next one we are going to go ahead and learn the treble the treble crochet. So I can't wait to see you in the next one, and thank you.